Geometric sequences notes, example 4. When I'm finding the missing terms, we call this geometric means. Just like arithmetic means, we're going to do the same process, except we're going to use the geometric formula. So to find the missing terms, A1 is the first in the line, AN is the last in the line, and N is how many terms I have including blanks. So N is 5. Now I'm going to use the formula AN equals A1 times the ratio raised to n minus 1. So I can divide by 2 on both sides. And the ratio raised to the 4th equals 81. Now to put the 4th root in your calculator, you're going to press 4, then you're going to go to math number 5, and the 4th root of 81 is 3. So once I have the ratio, I can go back to find A2, the first term times 3, which is 6. I'm going to multiply by 3 again to find A3, which is 18. And multiply by 3 again to find A4, 54. And just to double check, you can multiply 54 by 3 and you should get 162. If you don't make it back to 162, you may have done something wrong, and recheck your math. For example B, A1 equals negative 18, AN equals 9/4, the last one in the line, and N equals how many numbers I have including blanks, which in this case is 4. So now I'm going to substitute them into my formula. AN equals A1 times the ratio raised to the n minus 1. I can divide both sides by negative 18, and 9/4 divided by negative 18 is negative 1/8 equals the ratio raised to the 3rd. You can take the cube root in your calculator by going to math, and number 4 is the cube root. The cube root of negative 1/8 is negative 1/2. So now I can go back and find my missing terms by multiplying by negative 1/2. So A7 is negative 18 divided by negative 1/2, which gives me 9. Multiply by negative 1/2 again to find my 8th term, which is negative 9/2. If the 5th term in the sequence is 6, and the 9th term is 96, what's the common ratio in the first term? So I'm going to write out my sequence. 6 is the 5th term, A6, A7, A8, and the 9th term is 96. Here I'm going to complete the geometric means. A1 equals 6, AN equals 96, N equals how many terms I have, including blanks. So N is 5. So I'm going to substitute in the formula. AN, 96, equals A1, which is 6, the ratio raised to the n minus 1. Divide both sides by 6. 96 divided by 6 is 16, so 16 equals r to the 4th. The 4th root in the calculator, you're going to put 4, then go to math and number 5. Then you can put in 16. The 4th root of 16 is 2. So my ratio is 2. Now I'm going to find the first term. You can do it in 2 ways. You can use the formula, or you can simply go backwards. 5th term, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. By dividing by 2. Or you can use the formula. AN is 96. I don't know A1 in this case. My ratio I just found is 2. Raise 96 is the 9th term, so raise to the 9 minus 1. I'm going to do 2 to the 8th and then divide it 96. So I'm going to divide 96 by 2 to the 8th. And A1 equals 3/8. The other way to do this is to do 6 divided by 2, which is 3, divided by 2, which is 3/2, divide by 2, which is 3/4, divide by 2, which is 3/8, and A1 equals 3/8.